All right, so you are welcome. You're welcome to today's presentation. So some things I need you to do before we dive into today's presentation. Number one, I want you to cut off all distractions. If you're in a noisy place, if you're in a place where you can't hear yourself well, or someone is going to distract you, I want you to cut that off and move to somewhere more quiet and where you can pay more attention to this. Now, the reason I want you to do this is because your life is about to change. Because I'm about to share with you today, what I'm about to reveal to you today with the opportunity I'm about to show you that selected few Nigerians are actually using to make thousands of dollars online every single month via freelance. Okay. So with all that said and done, I'm going to be sharing my screen now so we can get started in full. Okay. So by now you should be able to see my screen and let's get started. Okay. All right. So once again, you are welcome to today's presentation. So we are going to be learning to the 2023 Recession Proof Formula, right? You're going to learn how to use freelancing to make 2023 recession proof. And on this presentation, you're going to be learning an unorthodox method to making 1.4 million naira, which is basically just $2,000 every month in 2023 and beyond, right? So if you're watching this right now, then I'm doing this in January, right? From February downwards, you have a means or a method of earning at least $2,000 every single month. So even if the naira to dollar goes up to 800, you're going to be making 1.6 million or the rest of that, right? So yes, you heard me right. And if 1.4 million naira is like too big for you to imagine right now, I can understand it. If it's too big for you to imagine, then just think of 745,000, right? That's just $1,000. As of today, when I exchanged dollar to naira, it was 745,000 and 745 naira, right? So that's too big for you to imagine. Just think only of 745,000 naira, which is 1,000. In fact, for the rest of this video, I want you to think mainly in dollars because that's the way you can make the most money, right? I mean, $1,000 is 745,000. It's like big money in Nigeria, but it's not big money overseas, right? So you see how this training is going to change your life. Okay. So every single month, by simply working with foreign businesses in first world countries, it doesn't matter which government is in power or how the election turns out, your earning power will completely be in your control because you won't be earning from the Nigerian economy. And neither will you be earning in naira. Instead, you'll be earning in dollars. Okay? And you get to learn how to do all of this using the special dollar income formula that I and my students use via freelancing. Okay? And we do this while staying in Nigeria in this economy. All right? So, not too much talk. Here, there's my profile. Walter A. Nair, $16,000 earned. 12 jobs, 304 hours worked. Right? So, this is just one of my profile. I can take you to Upwork and show it to you personally, right? So, you can type in Upwork here. I will zoom into this and you would see, if we go on my profile, you would see over $10,000 earned, right? So let's do that. Okay. So profile, click on that, and it should load up because I love showing proof. It wanted to say you can make millions of naira, and it's wanted to actually show you making millions of naira, right? And in this our case, it's dollars basically. So you can see it here was in naira. I based in Dubai currently. I'm going to get to that shortly, right? And it's over $10,000 earned. All right. So let's continue on this. Okay. So yet another one of my students, Temileni Onanubi, is like, hey Walter, I hit the $20,000 milestone. Right. So throughout 2022, he made over $20,000. Right. If you split that up, that's about $2,000 every single month. He made about $28,000, right? If you split that up, that's even more than $2,000 every single month. So that's why I'm telling you that this method is going to work for you. So you can see it right here. The millennium over $20,000 earned. Now, who is this for? This is for you if you are fed up with the current situation of things in Nigeria and you want to do better financially so you can help yourself and your loved ones. This is also for you if you work a 9-to-5 job where you work yourself tirelessly and you are underappreciated and underpaid. I mean, it's not rocket science. Most jobs in Nigeria, you're actually being underpaid. Actually, this is for you if you're a young person anywhere in the world. You're worried about your future and what your future has in store for you. Or maybe you're a housewife, or you're someone who just finished school, you graduated and have no job, you're looking for what to do next. And you're looking for a way to earn money legitimately online while staying in Nigeria or whatever country you're in, right? Or you want a legal means of earning money. All right, this is for you. If this is you, or if you fit any of these criteria, I want you to sit back, get rid of all distractions, and let us get started. Okay. Now, imagine not having to worry about money and being able to afford everything that you have ever wished for. I mean, your house rent, a new phone, school fees, hospital bills, and other things. Any of those necessities of our basically human life, our daily endeavors, you don't have to worry about how you're going to do it because you're not strapped for cash, you're not constantly looking for cash, right? Simply because of this business model I'm about to share with you. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to show you how to get started with this business model and how to get paid for it every single week or every 2 weeks or monthly while doing less work than 90% of people on earth right now, right? It's basically a cheat code. I'm going to show you how to go about it. But before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Walter Ainai. I'm a top-rated plus freelance copywriter. I'm an 8-figure freelancer. I'm mentored to over 3,000 plus students that have collectively made 2.5 million naira in the past year with my teaching. I'm also what we like to call a client acquisition expert. So I'm really good at getting businesses to work with me. And by influence, transition this knowledge to my students too. Okay, so just in case the $2.5 million wants to confuse you, there's nothing special here. I have over 3,000 students, and if you are one of them, and let's say for the rest of the year, you get to make $1,000 every single day, 1,000 every single month, right? I mean, you make $11,000 this year, right? Let's exclude January because I'm recording this in January, right? So you get to make $1,000 for the rest of the year, and basically that's 11,000. Now, if I have 100 students, I did 11,000. You can see how easily I get to these numbers, right? So moving forward. Now, before any of these things, I actually had to go through quite a lot of time. And I'm going to show you, here's how it all began. So this was me back in 2018. I was living in the mud house. This was me outside the mud house with my Infinix Hot 5 phone. Phone was not good. Screen was broken. And I had to like plug it or find where to plug it to get the screen to turn on so I could actually operate my phone, right? So I was working with low-paying Nigerian clients. So during this time, I decided, oh, I need to do something to change my situation. And after I came across freelancing, I need to do something legally, very important to me, right? That would change my financial situation. And I switched, I saw trading. I don't have money for trading. Where do I want to start from? And I saw different things. And I came across freelance. I was like, all right, this thing that's something I can do. And I started. The first client I got was working with Nigerian clients. They paid me 10K. And that was when I was able to manage to. I was partying with my friends then. I was not able to manage to rent a mud house by myself. So I remember very correctly, it was 30,000 naira a year to stay in that place, right? So I was working with global Nigerian clients. I was being underpaid as a struggling copywriter. So this is a picture of the mud house, right? You can see my bags. I took this picture on the day I was moving out of. You can see a door here. You can look at where the mic, the cross is. You can see the waterproof plugged into the wall because when rain falls, water used to sometimes leak down and come in there. Okay. So until I learned how to freelance properly and learn high-paying clients who paid me in dollars, I was still struggling. But now, once I learned how to do that, I started living the life of my dreams, right? And now I'm able to afford my own lifestyle. I'm able to work my own hours. I'm able to meet people of high importance. I've made over 150,000 in my career as a freelancer. Okay, this picture is taken back in 2021. This is actually an old picture with me and Honorable Akin Alabi. So you might know him, might not know him, right? So basically, he is the CEO of NairaBet and founder of NairaBet. I'm able to meet people of high importance. Okay, and here's the thing: thanks to freelancing, I've been able to process a residency visa, and I live in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Right, I'm able to live there, and currently, as I'm recording this webinar for you, I'm currently in Nigeria. Right, I'm in my apartment in Nigeria, but I came back for Christmas basically, and I'll soon be going back. So this is me in front of the Vice View. So this is me in my apartment in Dubai. You can see my face here. You can see my bags. This is me in the Dubai Sky View Observatory Tower. And in front of the most beautiful building in the world, which is the Museum of the Future. This is me with one of my mentors in the desert, right? So this business model I'm going to show to you today is something that can get you paid large amounts of money, especially when you've done it for like a year or 2 years and you're like in my place where you are like, you can call yourself an expert. You don't have to be the best, or you can call yourself that you are relatively good at what you do. I can get paid. This screenshot here is a credit alert into my account because I exchanged money with my aboki, right? Basically, I got paid $6,000, right? And it came in at 4.2 million naira. 4.2 million naira, $6,000, right? So I want you to understand this because $6,000 is okay. You can say it's tangible money in outside country, but not like the best kind of thing. And when you convert it to naira, 4.2, you can get a car, you can get an apartment, you can get different things with just one payment. Okay, so stick with me. Now, how would you like to be able to afford the things you want without stress? I would like you to type zero limits in the comment section if you'd like to be able to afford the things without stress. Don't worry about house rent, don't worry about school fees, don't worry about, oh, iPhone 14 is coming out, you want to get iPhone 14. You don't have to worry about that because you have a high income skill and you know how to monetize this high income skill and get paid in dollars by foreign businesses in first world countries. Countries like the USA, Canada, America, the United Arab Emirates, and the rest of them. Okay, now the best part of this is that this transformation has always happened for me, but for my students also. So here's one. Hi, Walter. I hit $5,000 today, right? So you can see it. I was like, let's go. I'm so proud. You can see his profile here, $5,000 earned, right? Or take Timileyin, one of my students, for example. He went from this was 2021 here. Hi, Walter. Please send me the free webinar and teach me how to get high paying foreign clients and deal in Nigeria. Went from this to this, right? This was shared on 23rd of August, 2022, right? Yeah, 2022. Like, hey, Walter, $20,000 milestone hit, right? And you can see it is his profile here, $20,000 and in less than 1 year. Now, remember what I said at the beginning, that you can make at least $2,000 every single month. So Timileyin has gone over $20,000 plus. I know as of last year, 2022, end about $20,000. And if you divide that by 12 months a year, that's above $2,000 every single. And if you calculate it by today's exchange rate, that's 1.4. If I to give you the correct exact figures, let me do the quick math here. $2,000 times 7.5, that's 1,490,000. So that's basically almost 1.5 million naira every single month, right? Now, granted, as a beginner, you most likely would not start earning this amount of money. But even if you're earning, let's say as a beginner, you are earning $500 every single month. $500 times 745 to this current exchange rate is 372,000 naira every single month, right? And sometimes you can get paid this weekly, right? You can get paid weekly, I get paid bi-weekly, that's every 2 weeks. I can get paid monthly, depending on the payment schedule that you and your clients are ready to pay. So yeah, some other testimonials. Israel Obasa is like, we teach to give, I'm finally able to achieve this. And you can see it right here, $800 for a gig, right? So what's $800 at today's exchange rate should be about 700,000, right? 800 times 745. Oh, that's not much. Am I doing this math right? 800, yeah, sorry about this, right? That's 596,000 naira. And yes, on that of my students, that's the FEO. He does social media marketing. I'm going to show you how you can do this simple thing that takes you 10 or 20 minutes or 30 or 1 hour a day, and you get results for your clients and you get paid well for it. He's like, I started to take the course on social media marketing and I applied the same thing. But boom, I got my first gig at $1,000 for working 10 minutes every day. Some days I don't even work at all, and I still brought them results. I simply have 3 interviews. I just got on that gig, the sport clothing brand, worth $6,000 to work for 6 months, right? So basically, and I will get a return on equity in the company that exceed expectation, right? So this is his words right here. I'm going to show you how you can use this to actually change your financial situation in 2023, right? The year is just getting started, and you don't want to miss out on this. Or maybe you're watching the replay of this a month down the line, 2 months down the line. It's never too late for you to actually take action. Start making the most out of it. Okay, so here is the other one from somewhere where is like, boss, good evening. This is just a random appreciation message. You have kept your knowledge to yourself and not share with us. Your selflessness is changing my life. I owe you on that testimonial video. coming up this month. It's the least I can do. Right? Now, to make this even better, this isn't a one-off type of thing. Just because you got paid $2,000 doesn't mean you cannot get paid more than that. And you cannot make above that. And doesn't mean that you can't get two jobs that are paying you $1,000, $1,000, or $1,500, $1,500 a month, right? So it doesn't. So it's not. There's no limit to how much you can earn. It's only how much you can work and earn this amount, right? Cool. So I get what I'm trying to say is that this works. It has worked for me and thousands of my students. And I believe and I know that it will work for you too. Now, the question is, would you want to go through all I went through, starting from a mud house, living in poverty? I had to drop out of the university because it wasn't working. That's how bad things were before I even moved to the mud house. I had to drop out of the university. I wanted to become a medical doctor. But SAPA said no. Poverty sat me down and said, no, you're going to drop out, right? And I have to find a way to legitimately earn money online, right? Would you want to go through everything I went through before I could even get to the level that I had to be, which is making millions every month, being a resident of Dubai, being able to travel to different countries all around the world and getting paid millions every single week for working for foreign clients? Or would you choose the simpler, faster, and more straightforward method that my students have used? Similarly, went from a complete newbie to making $28,000 next year. Which of these methods will you choose? Right? So I would like you to respond to firm yes in the chat box if you want the faster, simpler, and more straightforward method, which is the method my students are taking to get you. Okay? Cool. Now, quick notice. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. So if you are looking for something where you can get started today and make it 10 million tomorrow, this is not it. Okay? This is actually going to require you to put in the work. There is so much money in the freelance market and so much money for your skills. Like I said, there's no cap. But if you're not putting in the work, you are not going to make any money for it. And the beautiful thing about it is that you don't need to go out of your house, and you can do this from either your smartphone, right? Or if you have a laptop, you can do it. Or if you have a tablet, you can do it from here. And as long as you have internet connection and a phone, then you're good to go. Now, here's the thing. If you are lacking money and you are still tied up to a job that you get so much, or a boss that works you like a donkey, or you're still running around looking for a job that is not forthcoming, the real issue is that you haven't found one thing that will free you from all of that. You need to make a change towards earning your own independent income, because once you make that change, you are going to be in control of how fast or how slow money enters your pocket. And believe me, because I'm talking from experience, right? As a beginner, I was making about $300 a month, $500 a month, and it kept going up and up. And now I make about $10,000 every single month while working from anywhere in the world, whether I'm in Dubai, whether I'm in Rwanda, whether I'm in Kenya, or whether I'm in Nigeria working, or maybe I'm in Egypt. I get paid from wherever I am in the world, and I'm working with my clients. Okay, cool. You are going to become what I call a high-paid freelancer. There are freelancers who are making only $100 every single month. That's not what you're going to do here. Your first gig is going to be $100, right? You're going to make it at least $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and while living in Nigeria. And at this point in your life, where you're going to be at this point in your life where you're 100% sure that you're making money consistent and you can solve any problem once it shows up, whatever the situation. You realize that your past failures were because you didn't have a predictable, guaranteed system and a guide to show you how to get here and how to make money legitimately online. And for the first time, you'll be able to see clearly how you are going to start earning as much as $500, $10,000, $2,000, and much more bi-weekly, every 2 weeks or monthly, faster than you've ever thought. Okay? Now, with all that said, let's get started. So, Walter, what is freelancing and how does freelancing work? So, freelancing is simply you offering services to international clients, or basically, in the simplest of terms, freelancing is you offering services to clients. Okay? So, give me a moment, let me drink water. That's simply what freelancing is. You offering services to clients. Take, for instance, the person who is a plumber in your area, or the person who is the plumber in your area or the mechanic in your area that repairs your gen or repairs your sink. He is a freelancer, but he doesn't really know that, right? And what we're going to be doing, we're going to dial it up. We're not going to be working with Nigerians. We're going to work, sorry about having to So we're not going to be working with Nigerians, we're going to be working with people in the international market. So your mechanic or this is a freelancer. Because it's not only repairing your gen, repairing your neighbor's gen, repairing the person down the street gen, you're repairing the person in the next compound gen, and all of these things, right? But now he's getting paid very little for the job that he's doing. And you don't want to be that type of freelancer. What you want to do is you want to get a job and work with maybe 2 or 3 companies that are outside the country, and this is not going to take much time. You're still going to work in less than 8 hours a day. You can work in like 5 hours or 4 hours a day, or even less, depending on what you're doing for them, right? And you're going to get paid way more. You don't have to enter Lagos traffic. You don't have to enter traffic. You don't have to wake up 7 in the morning and say, oh God, I need so much time going to work again. No. Typically, my day starts at 1 p.m. in the afternoon, because that's when the American section, that's when the United States will come. And around 5 p.m., I'm done, right? Because I just need to, I'm not, over within that time frame, I'm not really actively working because I've already done the work before. I also need to know that, okay, yo, they're good with this job, right? So I'm just around my phone, you send me any message to make an edit or any other kind of things. And that's how it is, right? So that's basically freelancing. You offering services to multiple people or multiple businesses and getting paid for it. But we take it a step further about working with foreign clients, right? Now, how does freelancing work? I already explained it. It's just like the plumber or the mechanic in your area that repairs both your gen and your neighbor's gen and the rest of that. That's simply how it works. But in our case, what you want to do to make it work is you want to have a high income skill. And I'm going to show you how you can do that as we move forward. So now as you know understand what freelancing is, let me show you 4 fail-proof steps that can make you a massively successful freelancer. Okay? Now, step 1, get a high income skill. What's a high income skill? A high income skill in this scenario is a skill that can get you paid thousands of dollars, right? It's a skill that can get paid. People want to pay thousands of dollars, and also has high demand. You want 2 of these things to be active there. Thousands of dollars and can get you paid and is in high demand. If you have a skill that is in high demand, but you cannot get to pay thousands of dollars, then you can see yourself doing a lot of jobs. At the end of the month, what you're seeing is $300 in your account, $400 in your account, $500 in your account. And that's not still bad, but you want to take it a step further. You want to actually make big bucks, you want to make big money, basically, right? So if you have a skill that can get paid thousands of dollars, then you can get maybe your first job, or it can take you quite a long while to get your first job. And that's the delay you don't want, right? You want everything to move smoothly. Or even when you get that job, or something happens and you guys maybe stop working together, it can take you quite a while to get another job. So you want these 2 criteria to merge together. Now, for the sake of what you're doing, you also want this skill to be digital. Goes without saying. Because you are going to be selling to people in the United States. You're not going to do that physically. You have to do it via the internet with your laptop, with your phone, with your tablet, or any of the device you have that connects to the internet. Okay? So that's step 1. Now, the importance of step 1 is that the more demand, the more money you make, the faster you'll be able to see progress and success, and the harder it becomes for you to fail. Okay? Because your skill has more demand, it means you're going to make more money. And it's also going to mean that you're going to get your first job, you're going to get paid faster, and get to see progress and success. And the harder it becomes for you to fail once you meet criteria. So some example of high income skills are copywriting, content writing, UI UX design, digital marketing, technical writing, and the rest of that. Okay? Now, step 2, position yourself on platforms where you can be seen by foreign businesses and individuals, right? So that's what you want to do in step 2. You want to position yourself on platforms where you can be seen by foreign businesses and individuals. So if you want to have a skill, but if you're the best hunter and nobody knows that you're the best hunter, you're not the best hunter, right? And nobody's going to buy your meat or the rest of that, right? Or if you are the best footballer in your village, but the whole world doesn't know you, then nobody knows you're the best footballer. So you want to position yourself on platforms where you can be seen by foreign, not Nigerian individuals, foreign individuals and businesses, right? So there are 2 main platforms that you can do this on. Number 1 is freelance platforms, which is an example of Upwork, like this year, right? So let me just show you. This is an example of Upwork. This is a freelance platform. And we can simply go to search for jobs, right? Find work, right? Or you want to position yourself on social media platforms. So you can use both of them to get clients that will pay you. So let me show you an example, right? So full-time email SMS manager for 8-figure US skincare retailer. So they want to pay you $5,800 monthly. If I apply to this job now, and I get it, that's 5,800 times 745, right? That's 4.3 million naira every single month. I'm not going to apply to it because I already have two jobs that already pay me above $10,000, not individually, but I think one is paying me 6,000 and the other is about 4,500, so I'm earning about 10,000. Not about, but for my freelance income solely, I'm earning $10,500 every single month, right? So I'm not going to apply to this, but I don't need more work, right? And you can see it's not me that it's not Walter said. You can see it's 5,000 monthly return plus performance bonus. So that's a great one. If you perform well, you get paid well for it. So what you can see here is this same company has spent $50,000 hiring people, and they're located in Belgium, right? Cool. And we are seeing writing gigs because I'm a copywriter. If you're a web designer or maybe you are a designer related to writing, those are what you're going to be saying. So here's another one. This person has spent over $700,000 plus hiring people. They're located in the United States. They're looking for a lifestyle copywriter. Okay. So let's see if you can find anything else. Ad copywriter, right? Marketing assistant and copywriter. They want to pay you $40 to 60 hours weekly. And you're going to be working at least 30 hours every week. So let's say you get this job, right? And you work maybe 20 hours at the lowest price, $40. So 40 times 20. That means you're earning $800 every single week. $800 every single week, about 590K every single week. Can you imagine how much you'll be making if you are getting paid that much while living in Nigeria? Like every week, you're saying almost 596,000 naira hit your account. 596,000 naira every week. It's entering your account, right? This is stuff that very few people are utilizing. Like I said, my students are about a few thousand compared to we passed like 250 million in Nigeria, right? So this is why you are seeing people like, bro, this supper is not touching you. It's not touching them because they're earning in dollars. And it doesn't matter who wins in the election or what's happening, as long as you're earning in dollars, you are insured. Your money is, even if the exchange rate goes to 3,000 naira to $1, you're still going to be able to afford everything you want. In fact, you're going to afford more than what you could afford because your money basically increased in naira. Okay? So you get the drift. All right. So now the importance of this step is that you get paid strictly in dollars. You get high-paying jobs faster because you're targeting foreign clients and people and foreign businesses. And you get less competition if done properly, right? Also, what do you mean by less competition if done properly? So I'm going to show that to you right now, okay? So here's a quick, and that's where the real money is. That's where the real money is made, okay? Now here's a quick question. How does one separate themselves from other freelancers offering the same service, right? Because obviously, I'm not the only person who is a copywriter. There are other copywriters. You can join us today and say you want to become a copywriter. Well, here's the thing. It's in the offer. Let me show you what it's about. By creating a compelling offer. So how do you create a compelling offer? Quite simple. You simply set out what you're going to do for the job, right? So if a client, basically a business or an individual who runs a business, tells you, hey, I need you to write 5 emails for me. You can do that, and you can add maybe an extra 2 emails or bonus emails. That's how you're going to tell the client, hey, Walter, I would write 5 emails for you, but I can add 2 extra emails to help make this campaign go better, right? That's one way to create a compelling offer and stand out from the rest of the people who are applying to you. And that's also what I mean. And that's when you combine step 1, step 2, step 3, you're untouchable because number 1, you have a high income skill that can get you paid thousands of dollars, right? You have a high income skill that can get you paid thousands of dollars in the Nigerian economy and also in high demand. Number 2, you have positioned yourself where to find these clients. And number 3, you have created a compelling offer that makes them want to work with you and you alone. Like by having a high income skill, you've very shortened the curve of competition. If the competition was, let's say, 100 people, by having a high income skill, you've taken that competition to like 6, right? And then you can further shorten the curve by creating a compelling offer. And this is why it's easier going to get jobs faster because you can get $8,000 and also able to complete it, okay? Now, the importance of this is that you get to separate yourself from your competition you get to set your own prices and you get to get paid more. Because it's one thing, let me give you an example of creating a compelling offer, right? So let's say I'm a graphic designer and you are a graphic designer, right? Now, you just go on Upwork and say, I'm a graphic designer, I design graphics. And people will hire you $70, $100, $500, yeah, and there, right? At the end of the month, make $1,000, right? Cool, fine and good. But I say I'm a graphic designer, but I work only with people who sell clothes on Instagram, with fashion brands on Instagram, to help them increase their visibility by designing their social media posts, right? And I get to set my own price because of that expert or the way I position myself. And that's another way of creating compelling offer. So instead of me charging $1,000, I charge $3,000 every single month and I get paid well for it, right? And you get to get paid more. That's the importance of this step, right? So far, we have covered what freelancing is and how you can get started with freelancing. We have to find foreign clients and companies that will pay you in dollars via freelancing. How to position yourself as a Nigerian freelancer to attract international clients, and 4 fail-proof steps needed to become a Nigerian freelancer, earning in Naira and lots more, right? And now you are wondering, how do I get started? How do I start this freelancing? I have a phone, I have a laptop, I want to become a freelancer. Now, quick question. If I offer to show you how to get high-paying freelance clients consistently and give you a high-demand, high-income skill to get you started, so you can start making at least $1,000, what would your answer be? I offer to show you the high-income skill you can do, even if you don't have a high-income skill yet, and you're also about freelance today, and I offer to show you how you can also get these clients, what you can do, tips and methods, so you can get them. I offer to guide you directly on how to do it. What would your answer be? Well, I didn't know your answer is going to be yes. And with that being said, I'd like to invite you to the High Paid Freelancer Premium Program, right? Now, I created the High Paid Freelancer Premium Program back in 2021 to help average Nigerians. Because I would like to you, I was just making my money on the low key. I'm a quiet person. I hardly see me around people. And I realized that most people don't know about this thing. I was like, all right, I can teach some people. And I started teaching people, and I got the massive amount of students and their success stories, right? To help, I also did it to help freelancers who were struggling. I had freelancers, I knew some people who were doing freelancing or writing for other people, but they were getting paid maybe, I was even seeing something, getting paid 5 naira per word, which is very nonsense. I was seeing people who were earning way less than that, right? And so they were working with international markets and making just about $300 a month. I was like, no, this is fucked up, forgive me for using that word. And I want them to do better for themselves, okay? So to help you decide if this is for you, the High Paid Personal Payment Program is for you, here is what you get when you join as a new member today. Section number 1, the beginner-friendly Upwork Mastery course that is designed to take you from $0 to $6,000 in as little as 4 months, right? So you get $0 to $6,000. If you join, let's say you get and you make $2,000 per month, that's not a lot of money. About 1 million naira every $6,000 now 4,470,000 naira, right? Cool. So that's what this is going to show you. It's going to show you how to utilize Upwork. This is one of the major platforms I used to get jobs. Like you can see right here, you have so many jobs here. Landing page copywriter and sales enthusiast. And this was posted quite recently. $20 to $50 per hour for 30 hours a week. So even if you're working $20 per hour, by $20 per hour for let's say 50 hours, you're still making about $600 every $100 every times 705 is 447,000 naira. You are never going to get paid that amount of money in a Nigerian job. It's not going to happen. After you've gone to school for 4 years, let's not even talk about how to strike. So you've gone to school for like 5 to 6 years, you went to a federal university. Nobody's going to want to pay you that amount as a newbie. But if you're making $500 or $1,000 a month as a newbie, as a freelancer, then you are making people who have working for 10 years or people who have worked for 10 years for the company, maybe 700. And because they're going to be making 745,000, and who have worked for like 10 years in the government, they aren't getting paid up to 500,000. Your lecturers and professors are not getting paid that amount of money. A vast majority of them are not getting paid that amount. Okay, like I see this client here that's why I said you want it, because they spend to hire people. This person has spent over $400,000 and they are based in Canada. That's where this business has done. Okay, that's the first thing you're going to get, right? Now, section number 2, you're going to get the LinkedIn outbound client acquisition masterclass. How anyone can find and close high-paying business clients on LinkedIn without relying on luck, right? Okay. So LinkedIn is basically a social media platform for professionals. If you're in the workspace or anything, you can get people to hire you there. Now you're going to use LinkedIn to target people in America, Canada, United States, and all that to get clients that will hire you, right? Now, section number 3, the Facebook client acquisition method. You're going to learn how to find more clients than you ever need on Facebook without a time. So when you combine the Upwork client acquisition masterclass, LinkedIn client acquisition masterclass, and the Facebook client acquisition system, these 3 systems alone, you are never going to have to struggle to get your first client or to get multiple clients who will pay you thousands of dollars for your work. Okay? Sorry about that. Now, we have the beginner friendly Upwork mastery course worth over 100,000. The LinkedIn outbound client acquisition masterclass worth 450,000. Facebook client acquisition system worth 100,000. Because if your first job is 500,000 naira, then total year is basically 100,000 naira. But you're not going to be paying anywhere close to 100,000 naira for having that training. But you're going to be paying something significantly less. Okay? But that's not all. I want to make this really simple for beginners and those of you who don't have a digital skill yet, because I want you to actually succeed. I want to make it a very simple step-by-step play guarantee system for you to get your first job and get paid with it, right? You already know how to get clients in this section, in the first model, with the Upwork, the LinkedIn, and this. And now you want to have a skill that you can offer them, because if you are talking to people or foreign businesses and you're telling them to hire you, they want to be like, why are they hiring you? Are you a copywriter? Are you a UI designer? Are you a technical writer? Are you a technical writer? Right? So that's why on the high pay training program, you're going to get access to high income skills. These skills have been properly researched and have been properly created so that you can learn them in the fastest time possible and start getting jobs with them. So high income skill number 1, teach us copywriting course. How to write copy as a beginner that will get you more sales, clients, and money than you can ever imagine. I do copywriting. I write basically adverts for companies or emails that help them sell them. Maybe they're selling phones or they're selling something. That was like 2. But if I'm doing that for a Nigerian, they will be paying me very little, right? Like I never got a job more than 30,000 naira working for a Nigerian, right? But with foreign clients, I'm able to charge $5,000 every single month to get paid because this is a high income skill, right? So I have a student who is there, who is a beginner copywriter here. And I know it's clever. Like I wanted to thank you because the course opened the way for me. I've earned over $3,000 plus of Upwork. I'm on generating now, and I have a job score of 93%. And I'm just 19 to be 20, Walter. Thank you so much. And she was showing me off her new iPhone she got, right? I don't know why you like iPhone, I don't like iPhone. Basically, she was showing a new iPhone. As a beginner, she had earned over $3,000, right? $3,000 for 3 months, 3,000 times. Let's just say if it was today, right? 745. That's 2.2 million naira. Come on. You're not going to beat that anywhere. No Nigerian job is going to pay you that amount of money. Okay. Now, the second high income skill that you can decide to learn if you don't want to learn copywriting is the content writing and content marketing crash course. You're going to learn how to create and write simple content for businesses that go viral. Right? So here's one. Here's my student, Hello. He's like, he just sent me up on Upwork, and we have been using Upwork to work. Imagine my first gig on Upwork being $1,000. By the end of the month, it should be paid $2,000. That's enough momentum for me there. So I bounce this back at you. Imagine if you get started today and your first gig is $1,000, right? That's 745,000 naira. If the exchange rate is 800 naira, 800 naira to $1 that time, that means it's 800,000 naira. If it's 600, 600,000 naira. It's still big money for your very first job. Even house officers don't get paid that much, and they've been owing them. I recently read on the news where they said they've been owing, I think it's up to staff for like 2 years now, 5 months for like that suffer. You don't want that kind of suffer. Life is supposed easy, and you only get to make life easy because you are in the internet stage, and you have access to the internet and you have access to information like what I'm sharing with you right now. Okay, so the next skill you can learn if you don't want to do digital, if you don't want to do copywriting or content writing, is digital marketing. You're going to get access to the full stack digital marketing course, right? You're going to learn something about digital marketing, social media marketing, reaching out to clients on Facebook and using internet to market for clients. Okay. So I have one student here who is a digital marketer around some money, like, completed this yesterday. And truly, what to say about clients that pay on the high side is very true. I don't ever want to work for low-paying clients moving forward. I don't see shege for their hand. I also got on a $600 gig. I'm supposed to start this weekend. Good money, Walter. And the gig he just completed was for $600. Right? So within a space of a week, or let's just say 2 weeks, yeah, starting to $1,400. $1,400 is 894,000 naira within the space of 2 weeks. So even if he doesn't get any job again throughout that month, he has made 894,000 naira. Imagine what an extra 894,000 naira would do in your life. How significantly would that improve your lifestyle? Like, what would it change for you? What would you afford? You have to afford the things you want. You have to help your loved ones and the rest of that. Okay. So the fourth high income skill that you can learn in the High Pay First Time Training Program is social media marketing school. How anyone can use the power of social media marketing to get clients and build businesses, right? And that's what Analytics FEO does. The student I showed you who works 10 minutes a day and makes $1,000 every single month, right? Here's testimonial again. It's like, I started the course on social media marketing and applied the same things and you thought, boom, I got my first client job at $1,000. Imagine. So now we've seen quickly people who have gotten their first job at 1,000. They thought, look, if they can do it, why can't we do? And this is just carefully selected, these are just some selected testimonials out of the hundreds and hundreds I have, right, that have been given to me by students because this program has changed their life. And I believe I know it can change yours too, right? So I got my first gig at $1,000 for working just 10 minutes every day. Some days I don't even work at all, and I still brought them results. So imagine that with you. Your first gig, your first job, you get at $1,000. And some days you don't have to work at all if you're doing social media marketing. How much better would that make you? Okay? So the fifth high income skill you can learn is the UI/UX design competence. You're going to learn how to design interfaces, maybe design stuff like WhatsApp or design apps or design websites, right? I have a close friend of mine who learned this from this, and he recently got his first job at $700. Right? It's not much money, but your first job at $700 is basically 521,000 naira every single month, right? And after 3 months probation, his salary increases to $3,000 every single month, and that's going to be 1.something million naira every single month. That's how good this is, right? So I have one other of my students here, Philip Odulaje. He's a UI. I was asking him, how did it go? He had an interview and told me about it. I was guiding him through it. I was like, I don't drop the offer. I work with a Berlin firm now. $40,000 pay monthly. So that's around $3,000 every single month, right? He's earning $40,000 every single year, and every single month making around $3,313, right? So that's times that by, let's say this month he does that and changes it at current exchange rate. That's 2.4 million naira every single month for the rest of 2023. He's making 2.4 million naira, right? So this is way bigger than what I told you can make at the beginning of today's presentation, right? And it all depends on how soon you start and how fast you can go, okay? So high income skill number 6 you're going to get is technical writing course, right? So technical writing is simply you explaining complicated terms down or dumping it down for people. You can be a technical writer for crypto traders or crypto companies. You can be a technical writer for engineers and the rest of it. Basically, make things easier for them to understand and write white papers to explain their business, what they're about, and the rest of that, right? Cool. And we have a technical writer here, right? One of my students, Mbam, is like, you've received an offer, right? VPN expert writer for VPN testing and review blog, right? Bid, and the price he got this offer and how much they're paying him for this is $1,000. It's upward here, basically $1,000, right? For a simple job, right? So if you're getting just 2 jobs a month that are paying you $1,000, that's $2,000, and that's the 1.4 million naira that you can make every single month, right? And like I said earlier, as a beginner, you're not going to make that amount, and that's fine. You should be okay with that because you want to go things in stages, right? So your first job could be $300, $500, and the rest of that. But as time goes on, before the year runs out, you can even earn more than $3,000 every single month. It all depends on you and how much money you decide that you actually want to make from this. Okay. Now, with all of this knowledge at your fingertips, you can now become a modern day money making freelancer. But wait, there's still more, right? Now, if you get into the high paid freelancer premium program today, I'm going to add some extra bonuses for you, right? The first bonus you're going to get is free bonus resource at one, full access to the members area so you can ask questions, get in touch with me or my assistants. I have 2 assistants who are handling that and holding weekly classes to get you on your feet and get your feet faster. And can have companions on your journey. You usually have an access to all of my successful students, and everybody's just thinking about making money and they get better. How can I use it? Now, when you're in that kind of group, your productivity is high. You're able to actually take a course serious and work more going forward, right? That's the first bonus you get access to. Second bonus you get access to today is how to get your first client in 2 weeks or less, a short video, right? You're going to learn how to get your first client in 2 weeks or less, right? Super fast. It's a short video and PDF reports that gives you that. Third bonus you get when you join the Hyper Freelancer Program is access to periodic meetings and masterminds to help you find your feet faster. So our weekly meetings and masterminds, and even the premium classes we've held before that have helped people hold this thing, you're going to get free access to all of them when you join today, and even their recordings of the conference and access to the program. All right, cool. Now, free bonus number 4 you get is how to close more deals by asking the right question. Now, I love this bonus so much because when you go through it, you're going to understand how much this is going to help you. Let me just give you an example. Let's say you were having a headache and you went to meet a doctor. First doctor says, I'm going to have to operate on your head. Want to just start cutting your head to fix your head. You're going to be scared. Like, why should you cut my head? What did I do to you? Right? You're going to be scared. Now, if you meet the second doctor and the doctor asks you the right questions, hey, well, when did this headache start? Did you hit your head? Are you dehydrated? Have you drank water throughout the day? Did you have trauma? What side of your head are you feeling this headache more intense? And the doctor now tells you, okay, we're going to have to operate on you for $10,000. And the first doctor was telling you $5,000 to operate on you. Which of these doctors would you go for if you're able to afford? Without reason, you go for the second doctor because he asked you the right question. So now this bonus is going to teach you how to do exactly what I just explained to you and close deals and close clients easily. Because there's one thing to have a skill, another thing to get paid well for that skill, right? And that's mainly what we're focusing on this. All right. Now, free bonus number 5, you're going to get access to the $0 to $2,000 challenge. The challenge that takes you from $0 to $2,000 monthly in the fastest time possible. You're going to get free access to that. Now, free bonus number 6, 3 payment methods to receive your money in Nigeria, right? And if you're in Nigeria, you have to understand that if you receive your money through direct CBN rates, your $1,000 will come in as 445,000 naira, be 460,000 naira. Instead of coming at 745,000 naira, that's like a 300K loss, right? So you want to learn how to use great methods to receive your money. It's not PayPal. PayPal will ban your account because you're going to be making so much money. Once you're registered passing $500 to $1,000, PayPal will just ban your account if you're in Nigeria, right? So I'm going to show you how you can really get access to this free bonus, right? Now, free bonus number 7, free 1-year membership to the HPF Academy, right? This is where you're going to be going through the program, where you're going to go into the course. You're going to be able to get certifications for any course you take, so you can use that to to your clients or put it on your profile and your profile and get more jobs, right? You also get certifications for each course that you take. So you can see it right here. This has a certification will be going to be your name. Your name is going to be here, my signature, the course creator's signature, course title, and everything, right? So as you can see, I've included everything you need to take your first step on the freelancer's part, earning at least $1,000 per project, per week, or per month, right? Without you needing much experience, without you needing a degree. If you remember correctly, I am not a graduate, right? And I'm still making a shitload of money because of this. But you do not need to know how to speak English. If you can speak English, you're good to go. If you can speak and understand English, you're good to go. It doesn't matter if you have an accent. If you're speaking in Igbo accent or whether you're speaking in Yoruba accent, As long as you can speak and understand, and they can understand what you're saying, you are good to go, right? That's not a barrier. Without you needing to wait for years at a Nigerian job. Imagine how long you have to wait for you to get your first job at $1,000 in Nigerian job. Within less than 6 months, less than 3 months, or basically even way less than that, you can get your first job at $1,000, right? But as a Nigerian distance, you have to first go to university. After university, you have to do masters, and the rest of that for them to pay you maybe 400K, 300K. That's a whole maybe in general. Okay? So you have to wait for years at a Nigerian job, and without you being the most gifted in your industry, and also very important, without you relying on luck. Okay? So remember, here's all you're going to be getting: the beginner friendly upper mastery course, the LinkedIn outbound client acquisition masterclass, Facebook client acquisition system, kick-ass copywriting course, content writing and content marketing crash course, full stack digital marketing, social media marketing, UI UX side. Bonus number 1, access to members area. Bonus number 2, how to get your first clients in 2 weeks or less. Bonus number 3, lifetime access to periodic meetings and masterminds. Bonus number 4, closer secrets, how to close more deals by asking the right questions. Bonus number 5, 0 to $2,000 challenge. Bonus number 6 payment methods to receive your money, right? Plus special bonuses for those of you, if you get in now, right? Please note, all these materials are in video, PDF, or recording format, and they are instantly available to you once you get into the hybrid class of program. Now, how much does it cost to get into the high paid class of premium program? Okay. In a minute, I'll tell you, but first, I want to take a look at these, right? So here's another one. Like, I'm coming to Dubai soon. My life has changed. My parents don't even look at me the same anymore. Even amongst my guys, God, I'm so grateful, right? $8,000. And you can see a picture of his job profile here. That week, he has worked for 74 hours that week. He doubled it, right? And at $15 per hour, he made over $1,110 that week. So if we are doing the math, 1,110 times 745. In a week, that's 826,000 naira. 826,000 naira in a week. All because you know what you're doing. You have your phone, you're using your phone, you're using your laptop, and you have a high income speed that people work, right? So here's another one. It's like, good days, I would be really ungrateful not to share my wins for 2022. Because all thanks to your help and coaching, I worked with just 2 clients. That's another thing I need to do. Don't work, man. I work with only one person. Only one person can pay you $3,000 throughout the year, and you're good, you're Gucci, you're enjoying life, right? I worked with just 2 clients last year. One which paid me $340, and the other I'm working with for which that sums up to $9,000 plus. So in total, you're making about $10,000. I'm really grateful for your help. Thanks for everything, right? And this is a decent result. It's not like depressed, but imagine you make $10,000 trial this year, right? $10,000 trial this year times 745. That's 7.4 million naira. That's more than most people will ever earn. If you divide it by 12, that's 620,000 naira guaranteed every single month. Every single month, right? So here's another one. Someone got one job at 1,250. Like, hi Walter, our work is doing great. I landed a $1,250 job. Right? I work that paid me $350. Right? So I'm going to show you how you can pay you your first job. That's the beauty of this method, because your first job with a client could be $300, $500, and the next job that the client gives you can be 2,000, 2,000, or even what's more than that, right? And if you calculate it, that's 1,350, 745. That's 1 million. That's 1,005,000 naira, right? For one single job. A job. This job will take him like a week to complete, or even less, maybe for one single job. Like, if you only work with a client throughout that month, that's already made 1 million. Right? And if we add the earlier money paid to you, let's see from that one client, he has made $1,700. Times that by our exchange rate. That client has paid him 1.2 million naira, right? Basically, 1.3 million naira. So I hope you understand and see the potential and benefits of how much income you can generate whenever you want and demand by working with foreign businesses while living in Nigeria. Okay? So here's another one. I was like, hi, Mr. Walter, I just got a gig outside of Upwork. Like I said, it's not only Upwork, right? And here's the payment system, right? The one that's put into his account. $2,500, right? So you can screenshot this and zoom it. You see it there, $2,500. This is my first gig. Imagine if your first gig is 2,500. That's almost, I mean, you may actually why this. That's 1.8 million naira, 1,862,000 naira, to be precise, right? For your very first job. Let's say that job takes you a month, 2 months to get. It's still more than worth it for your first job. The momentum that will set for you, it's insane, right? Cool. So here's some other testimonials. Here is Jahid. It's like this one. I think this was like first job. Like, what? Thank you for your course. I can hire you. They hired him for this is the client telling him I can hire you for $750 a month. But first, you have to talk to him, and they hired him, right? $750 a month as your first job. Not much. But if you calculate it in naira, that's 558,000 naira every single month for your first job. Okay, so here is this. This is our UX designer who gets paid $4,000 a year, but around $3,000 every. He's a UX designer, right? And here's another one like, bro, I owe you a lot. Ever since I took your advice, I've been getting lots of interviews, and I finally got a project to design a website for $1,300. Right? Thank you, sir. That should be close to 1 million naira, so 970,000 naira. Okay. Now, be honest to yourself. How much do you think it is worth for someone to show you how to land jobs like this, even if you have no skill? Imagine if your first job is 750,000 naira. That's 550K. If it's 1,000 naira, that's 745,000 naira in naira, right? If it's 1,000, that's 745,000. If it's 2.5 like the last person we just saw, that's 1.8 million naira for your first job. How much do you think it's worth? I mean, if I charge you 200, it's still very, very valid because you're going to make more than times 20 times 100 of that time goes on. Because not only will you make money from this, but knowledge is just to keep forever. Nobody's going to steal it from you. You can make money with this for the rest of this entirety of life because this gets you set up to continue, right? Now remember, here's all you'll be getting. The beginner-friendly Upwork Mastery course worth over 100,000. You're not going to pay that. The LinkedIn Client Acquisition Masterclass, the Facebook Client Acquisition System, the Kick-Ass Copywriting course, Content Writing and Content Marketing Crash Course, the Full Stack Digital Marketing course, Social Media Marketing School, UI UX design. These are skills that you can either one, you can pick one of these skills. You don't have to pick all of them, just one and learn it. Go out there and get clients that will pay you for these high income skills, right? Then bonus number one, full access to the members area to our periodic meetings and chat with my assistants and chat with me, right? Bonus number two, how to get your first client in 2 weeks or less. Bonus number three, lifetime access to periodic meetings and masterminds. Bonus number four, closer secrets, how to close more deals by asking the right questions. Bonus number five, the 0-2K challenge. Bonus number six, 3 payment methods to receive your money, right? And this brings the total to over 990,000 there. But you're not going to pay that. You're not going to pay anywhere close to that amount today, right? Now, if this was the foreign market, and this were in other country, on average, it would cost you no less than 200, 300, over up to $1,000 to learn any of the skills I just mentioned above. I got a copywriting course last year for $1,000, right? From Stefan Joga. You might know him, right? I imagine if I had to do 3, that means you have to pay $7, but you're not going to pay anywhere close to that amount. You won't be paying $200 even for everything you're going to get, right? I am still going to get everything mentioned, everything I've mentioned. You get access to everything immediately today, right? Now, the regular price to get into the high-paid short-term payment program cost 50,000 there. That's what majority of people have paid, right? Yeah, it is. It is on seller. Congratulations, I made a sale. 50,000 naira. So people are paying 50,000 naira to get it. But within today and tomorrow, you watching this video right now, within today and tomorrow, I'm going to allow you to pay only 30,000 naira because I want to set you up for 2023. You get to pay only 20,000. This is not a discount. Don't come into my DM and say, "Walter, please give me this." Don't worry. If you cannot afford it, entirely fine. I have done the main thing, which is educating you about this opportunity. And you know that at any point in time, you can join Nigerians and make money legally. You don't have to do Yahoo, you don't have to scam people, you don't have to do nonsense, right? So you get to pay only 10,000 naira within the day you're watching this video. Or that's what you can pay. If not, on that date, you're going to pay 50,000 naira. People are paying 50,000 naira, right? And you still get everything mentioned here. All the bonuses, the high income skills, and the ways of getting clients, right? So simply send 30,000 naira to the account details. Yeah. 0089620022 Sterling Bank. You will see my name there, Walter Chukwuebuka in there. That's where you make the payments. Once you've made the payments, you send me a screenshot, you send a screenshot and your email to my DM with the words HPF 2023. Now, you already have my number. If you don't have my number, down below this, you're going to see a link that you can use to contact me. I click on the link and you're going to ask me up and with the payment proof and the rest of that, right? I want to make payments and the rest of that. So when you send it, you send the screenshot of payments and you just put the words HPF 2023. You know what HPF stands for? High paid freelancer. This will become a high paid freelancer 2023. Okay? Now, one more thing. You have some more testimonials I got from my students this morning. But like I said, this testimony is not, it's not a matter of talk. I can show you video testimonials if that's what you want me to do, right? So there is one from Peter. It's like, Walter, remember that this thing? Walter, remember this? He was talking about the previous job we were talking about. I was trying to guide him to close on the interview, right? Them don't hire me. $2,000 per month, a design role. $2,000 per month is exactly what I just that you want to earn. That's 1.4 million naira every single month, right? So yes, Cassie, and this one you get to he's showing me like a list of jobs. He's on $350. Payment is spending $1,200, $1,500, and the rest of that, right? I'm like, this is really awesome. These payments that he has gotten, right? And here's another one from Anzi F. Young, a gig he got for $2,600. And he DM'd me because he was like, he sent it on the group chat. He was like, I don't think he got $2,000 and then wants to make payment now. And he wants to close it because you don't want to just receive your money anyhow and receive it at the worst exchange rates, right? $2,600 is almost 2 million naira, right? Now, here's another one. I got 4 job offers and about 6 offers from LinkedIn in the last 2 weeks. Thank you, right? You can be like Frances, who is a single mom. Oh, she's not a single mom, sorry about that. Or who is a mother. She's a mother, she has a job and she's working from home, just like you if you are working from home, right? And you can go. So this was Frances in October, or 1st of October 2021. And this is where she started. I gave her some advice, she just tweak her profile and the rest of that. And she went from that to this. This is 28 July 2022. And it's like, well, I let you know, I got a top rated badge last month. And I was like, how much earned? Over 8,000 and over $3,000 outside of that. $11,000 from October 2021. So if you calculate that, November, December, right? January, February, March, April, May, June, July. That's 9 months, right? 9 months to make over 11,000. That's still over $1,000 every single month. Right? That's still over 745,000 every single month. Think about it. So this is the account number you make payment to 00896200. You make payment, you get started on 2023, make 2023, you're here. Sterling Bank, what to get in there. I know you might be asking, if it's making so much money, why is it charging us? Well, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think I said it at the beginning of this, or maybe I did say it. There are 3 major reasons I teach. Number 1 is because I want to see people succeed. I had to drop out of school. I wanted to become a medical doctor, right? I had to drop out of school because I could not afford school fees and my parents were not able to help me at that point in time. And if I didn't discover freelancing, only God knows where I would be. I might still be staying in that mud house now. Only God does know how my life would have been, right? Now, the second reason is because this is, as you make payments, with people, nothing wrong with that. If you have a problem with that, you don't make payments. But you are going to get value from this. You're going to get way more than you paid for. But this only for first job is go for $100. That's the that with 4,000. That's already more than of what you made payment, right? And also, when you pay attention. If you pay attention. Because if I do it for free, most of you know, you're not going to pay attention. So the bigger you pay, the more you're going to pay attention. Imagine if you have to pay 10 you're going to pay full attention, right? So that's it. So if you feel like, oh, what are you to make money when then don't worry, don't be not for that. Completely fine. Thousands of people who are willing to change their lives in 2023 are getting in now. I remember only within today and tomorrow can you pay 10,000 there. Once it exceeds, you're going to have to pay the full price of the program, which is 50,000 there, or the price that increased there. That's what you're going to have to pay, right? And what you do, you send a screenshot to my DM with the words HPF 2023. You already have my number. Or if you feel like you've lost my number, you can click on the link down below, and it will take you to my WhatsApp, whichever one of my WhatsApp you're telling me on. I'll be there to answer you, or my assistant will get to reply you and try to answer. All right. Now let's talk about frequently asked questions. First question I usually get is, can I do this with my phone? And the answer is yes, you can do this. It depends on what skill you're offering, but you can absolutely do this with your phone. When I start with my phone, I start with my phone. I know majority of people now have better phones because technology has advanced, right? When is this program starting, or has it started already? It's an online program and will always be available to you so long as this page is up. And anytime you join, you're going to get access to the materials, things I'm going to mentioned at home, right? What if I have a job or I'm a business leader on the side? Can I do this? Yes, you can. You want to find a way to dedicate at least 2 hours every single day, and you can get this done. Okay. What if I don't have a digital skill? That's not a problem. I provided you with different varieties of high income skills, not even digital skills, just anyhow digital skills, high income skills. Remember, in high income skills, $8,000 also is in high demand. So everything is easy, right? So there are currently over 6 of them in the HPF now. And if you add more, you're going to get access to it. Okay. Am I going to pay for anything else? No, absolutely not. Upon payment, you won't be able to pay for anything else. And neither will you need to, because freelancing basically almost requires no startup costs, except on the data you're going to buy. Your data, that's not, I don't consider that startup cost, right? Now, how long until I get my first client and start making money? Now, I can easily tell you 2 weeks or less. And I've shown you multiple proof of clients who have done that, of this thing, my students who have crossing that, right? But here is the thing. Not everyone's going to get their first clients that fast. It might take you a month or more, right? But there's one thing I can guarantee you is that if you can focus on implementing ruthlessly and patiently what I am showing you in this program, you'll get clients paying you upwards of $1,000 per project and lots more as demand for your work grows, probably much sooner than expected. Okay? How long will I have access to the program and everything else you promised once I signed up to it? You have lifetime access to everything, so you can go through it as your own pace. We have a complete lifetime access to it. Okay? How long will it take me to go through the program and start implementing? Usually it depends on your hunger for success and how fast you can learn. It takes most of my students, I think, 10 days to go through the course. But like I said, if you spend more hours going through it, you're going to go through it faster than most, right? So it depends on your dedication. Time is already taken. If you want to make the best out of it and you want to actually make this your year, you don't want it to be talk, because everybody says every New Year's their year. I don't believe in those kinds of talk. Action is actually right. Then you know how you're going to go about it, right? Do I need to go through every section of the program before I get my first client or start making money? No. You can simply choose maybe just the Upwork section for getting clients and pick a high income skill, technical writing, for example. So you learn technical writing, you are finding clients for technical writing, should be on Upwork, and you're good to go. And it's basically like almost like this is like a judge cheap price for the average level. And it took me months of sweat, tears, and money to compile this, right? I'm literally giving it to you away for almost nothing, right? I had to pay some of the cost creators here 7 figures. I'm not joking. Up to 7 figures to create this for me. And the way the ones I had to create, I had to like spend time, draft out, so you can get the best quality of what you're learning to get clients and make everything easy for you. You don't have to go through all I went through or how I had to struggle to get my first clients and the rest of that. Okay. Now, this last question: will the price of this program increase anytime? Answer to that: 100% yes. The price of the HPF is going to increase over from the 50,000 there, which is the normal price. But remember, within today and tomorrow, yeah, within today and tomorrow, you can get to pay 30,000 there. If it exceeds that, you get to pay the full price. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. Or within now and the week. Okay. Let me not be a fist I cut you on now. Yes. Within now and the end of the week, you can make that payment. Okay. Cool. Now, hopefully, I'll be able to answer all your questions. Now, this is the account you make payment to 0089620002 Sterling Bank. Want to pay with that? You can go on Facebook and search for it. My name is there, my face is showing. I am telling you, I think it's a guaranteed way to make money online, and I've helped thousands of people actually achieve it. Okay? So answer the screenshots and your emails to my DM with the words HPF 2023, and I'll see it and I'll send you access immediately. Now, before we end this session, here's some advice from me. So, yeah, now is decision time. It's the how we are going to make decisions. How going to make you happy in the next 2-3 months, a couple of months, right? Or by the end of the year, looking at the bank account and you're seeing millions in your bank account and you're happy, or it's going to break you full of regret at the end of the year. I think it's over. And I did I not do it? I use the money not to carry a marker out. And those kind of things. Sorry, I don't like joking, right? So now is a time you're going to make that decision that is going to actually determine where you want to be, right? So whatever you decide is entirely up to you. Like I made it abundantly. If you feel like this is not for you, that's fine. Personally, I know it is for you. I know it can help you as long as you fit the criteria, and you are going to get massive results from it. But if you feel like it's not for you, that's fine. So what is it going to be? Are you going to get in now where the price is still 10,000 naira? Or are you going to get in 50,000? That's the next price that we are going to real soon. So I decide, and I hope you make the right decision, because whether you spend it on this program or not, that money is going to leave your account. Definitely going to leave your account. So if either you spend it on something that will bring more money into your account, or you spend it on something that your money is gone, right? Because for 10,000, I can even get you a decent phone. I'm with 2 phones here, right? And this is the Xiaomi 12 Pro, right? This was 490,000 there. And this is the S22 Ultra. This I got this for 810,000 there, right? So I'm not telling you to brag, please. Also, it's not bragging. I take a beg you. I'm not begging. But I'm telling you that you understand that the concept of money compared to what we've been taught by our parents or what we've been taught by school is completely skewed. Right? This is less than $2,000. This is still less than $2,000. This is even less than $1,000. Right? And this is about $1,000 basically. Right? So whether you feel like it's too much money, or maybe you just want to make maybe 500K, that's fine. And freelancing can get you there. So whatever decision you make, it's entirely up to you. And I have done my own by sharing this amazing opportunity with you and opening your mind to variety, a new way of making money legitimately online. And I sincerely hope this helps you. And that will be end. I will see you when you get it. All right. So have a nice day.